You're watching Mirror 7 News. Stay informed, stay ahead for more news.
Akinwale Arobieke, a name that circulated across the northwest of England for decades, has now been confirmed dead at the age of 64. Known as a towering figure, both in stature and in reputation, he was a man whose life was surrounded by controversy, urban myths, and constant brushes with the law. On Tuesday evening, August 26th, emergency services were called to his home in Townsend, Liverpool, where he was found unresponsive. Police have said his death is not being treated as suspicious, and a file is being prepared for the coroner. For years, Arobieke was described as the modern-day bogeyman of Merseyside and Greater Manchester. Standing at 6'5" and built like a bodybuilder, he became infamous for his unusual and obsessive fascination with muscles, particularly those of young men. Stories of his behavior began to circulate in the 1980s, turning him into a figure of urban legend. Teenagers whispered tales of being approached by him, often asked to flex, squat, or allow their muscles to be measured. His notoriety grew following a tragic incident in 1986, when 18-year-old Gary Kelly died after being electrocuted while fleeing from him at New Brighton Station. Arobieke was convicted of manslaughter but later cleared on appeal. Nevertheless, the case cemented his image in the public consciousness as a menacing and mysterious presence. In the years that followed, he faced a string of convictions, mostly related to harassment. His behavior led to one of the most unusual legal restrictions ever imposed. In 2006, a sexual offenses prevention order banned him from touching, measuring, or even asking about muscles. The order also prohibited him from loitering near gyms, talking to minors, and attending sporting events. Breaches of this order repeatedly landed him back in prison. Judges described his behavior as strange and obsessive, while he maintained that he was the victim of a modern-day witch hunt. Despite the restrictions, he insisted his conduct was misunderstood. He admitted to having what he called an unusual interest in muscles, but always denied sexual intent. In 2015, after years of legal battles, he successfully overturned the long-standing ban, telling the court he wanted to reinvent himself and move forward. Yet his reputation was never shaken off. Even as he walked the streets, people would take pictures, sometimes asking for selfies, and rumors of his death circulated online long before it was true. In 2018, he even received a substantial payout from Greater Manchester Police after suing for malicious prosecution, a rare victory after decades of legal struggles. Now, with his death confirmed, the story of Akinwale Arobieke closes in the same cloud of notoriety that followed him throughout his life. To many, he was an unsettling presence. To others, a man hounded by the system. But either way, his name and legend, half fact, half myth, will linger long after his passing. Stay subscribed for more videos.